Hey guys, it's Tiny Tom Logan back with another video for you. And today we're going to be taking a look at this lovely white box. Anyway, it's actually a product from XSPC. Now I've already had it open and taken it out, but what I want to show you, I've taken the bubble wrap off because you always moan I spend too long looking at the packaging. And it's this. Now it might not look like much. XSPC plate, alley, anodised, all lovely. Nice little logo on it, look. Nice. Got some foam pads here, which actually go on the bottom as like feet. And you get this Torx bit tool with it. And what it actually is a desk stand for a radiator. Part of their AX Series radiators. AX, they do the 240, the 360 and the 480. I'm going to show you quickly putting the 240 on just because it's easier to show you with the camera close. Then I'll also show you it with the 480 on as well. One thing I will say, I found this quite funny. If I move this out of the way, they send you this Torx bit tool and it's a T6. But the only problem is the screws in here are T10. And if you try and undo it with the T6, they just slip round. Luckily, I have a T10, so we're still going to be able to do it. I don't know whether it was a mistake that, you know, like in the factory they put the wrong Torx in, but all of the screws that I've got on all of the, because I've got a few of these AX radiators, in fact I've got one of each size, but they, yeah, all of my screws are T10s. So keep that in mind. Now, what I will say is, what you do, because these end plates come off, you undo the 4 screws and then you can stand your radiator on and you can put the screws through. But where the screws are both ends, if you want to have the barbs at the bottom, you can do. But you can also, at the same time, you can have it the other way around. Now I'm going to do it with the barbs at the top. Let's bring it in a little bit closer so you can see the barbs at the top. See? Ta-da! Anyway, I'm going to do it with the barbs at the top. Now, due to the wonders of me learning actually how to edit videos properly, what I'm going to do is I'll speed up the video of me undoing all the screws and buttoning it all together, just so that I can show you. We'll break off, and then I'll put a 480 on there as well, just so you can have a look. So yeah, I suppose it's time for me to start bugging around with the time stuff. Right then, so as you can see, I might as well take these out because I don't like staying in there anyway. You can see we've done it with the barbs at the top. Obviously you can have your fans on one side, both sides, whatever you want, but you've got a nice stand there. We've put the base foam bits on, and it does look quite nice. It wouldn't look, you know, horrifically out of place. You would have to get kind of think about your cables. Obviously this bit looks all nice and tidy, but by the time you put some fans on it and you have to power the fans, you need to think about that. You also need to think about, you know, how you're going to do your hosing as well to keep that tidy. But I think it looks alright. I do think it looks alright. I was going to put a 480 on it, but you get the idea. You could put this 240, a 360 or a 480 on, depending on, you know, your cooling needs and stuff. The AX rads do have quite a high fin count, so they generally need higher RPM fans to get the most from them. You can use silent fans if you want, but they do perform better with a slightly faster spinning fan. But I think it does look really nice. Just, you know, trying to get it in so it does look. It's obviously really quick to do. The only slight fallback, I don't know whether it was a mistake from the factory or whether they're all like it, is you do need a T10 Torx bit, not the T6 that it comes with. But all in all, a nice little thing. I personally, I don't normally use external rads. I normally try to get them all in my rig so it looks tidy, but there are a lot of people out there that like to have their water cooling, you know, on show so they can see it. It's easier to maintain as well if it's on your desk like that. You can take the fans off and, you know, clean it easier. But if you're in the market for an external solution, maybe you've got a tiny case or something, then this could be perfect for you. And it does look kind of smart, and I do love the rugged AX radiators. One thing you can do with these as well is if you take the top bit off, you can take the whole core. These bits come off, but you can take the whole radiator core out and then paint the outside. So you could paint the main core bit white, same as the base plate, you know, like the desk mount bit. You could paint it white, get it powder coated, you know, have it whatever colour you wanted. If your rig's yellow, you could have it yellow. You know, the limitations are only going to be your own imagination. So there are customising options there as well. So all in all, I quite like this, and yeah. What do you think? Let me know underneath. Would you use one? How would you use it as well? Would be another a good one. Let me know your system. I'm always interested in stuff like that. Also, I'm going to put the link underneath. If you've not already, take a look at the Overclock 3D forums. We've got some awesome members on there. Also, some awesome build logs and stuff going on as well at the moment. But for now, at least, I'm going to move it out of the way. This is Tiny Tom Logan with the XSPC desk fan kit for the AX Series radiators, with another video for you.